as shame of being snubbed by very many clubs all over the world, where he thought that he would be going by the time he came out and really laid it out with the news through Duncan Castles that he no longer wants to play for Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo has gone on the wrong side with Erik ten Hag, this time round on Sunday. After that Sunday incident when he really left with other players at halftime, when that game was still going on, Erik ten Hag has for the very first time come out and really let us know that that is unacceptable. We are supposed to act like a team, and Ronaldo is making headlines again because amongst all the players he left with, no one was mentioned in here for you. And guess what? He's the only player that was mentioned. Even the photo that was taken when he was leaving, it involves him only, no one else. So it looks like it was a setup and other players have not been put up in there for you, but it leaves a lot of questions onto the disciplined professionalism of Ronaldo, because he's being labeled as one of the most professional players all around the world. And remember, he missed out on the preseason 3 or 4 weeks. Then he returns, plays one game. After playing one game, plays 45 minutes, he leaves at half-time. Where does that leave Cristiano Ronaldo and the professionalism that everyone was labeling him on for the previous years of his game he has been playing in the FA? So the end just fires the minutes. Looks like Ronaldo is just dirtening his name and dirtening it left, right and center, and it looks like his time at United, every day that really comes close, is really coming to an end, because he's dealing with a manager who is a disciplinarian, that is Erik ten Hag in there for you. That is the story we're going to talk about today. Then secondly, we are talking about Eric Bay, Tuanzebe, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Brandon Williams. Where does their future belong? Where does their future fall in here onto United Matters channel? Smash the like button, guys, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Guys, why do you have to subscribe? Because it's you who really make me what I am. Secondly, you won't miss out on anything that we upload in on a daily. And secondly, we're on a roadmap of 10,000 subscribers onto this channel. We are close to 5,000 subscribers. Let's hit that subscription button to hit 10,000 subscribers before the end of this month, such that beginning September, we really embark onto the 20K subscribe roadmap in the free. So today Erik ten Hag really came out and really held an interview with a Dutch TV station, and he really had to put out his real feelings about Cristiano Ronaldo and the other players, in quotes, that we are not really mentioned, that Cristiano Ronaldo left with. And guys, it's being said with other players. Why aren't those players being said? And I've seen very many people that were into the press box of United, where the press and journalists say they're covering the game, say that we saw Ronaldo moving out with other players. Why haven't they been mentioned? Yet the name of Ronaldo is being mentioned. It means that it's only Ronaldo that left this game, because these players have known that Ten Hag has given them orders. You get? The rules have been fixed. They know what they're supposed to do when the game is still going on. Those players have not been mentioned. Why is it Ronaldo? You get? I think people that are really saying that this is a total setup of Ronaldo, but I think even the way Ten Hag really came here and really talked about it, he was covering it up for Ronaldo. Here, what he said. This is what Ten Hag had to say about that incident. He said, I don't certainly accept this. I think this is unacceptable for everyone, tells Via Play Sport NL. You get? Via Play Sport Netherlands. That's it. He said, we are a team and you have to stay until the end, Ten Hag says. So it shows you that at first we had only Ronaldo and people saying other players. My big question is, and there is someone who else came in the comment section really, and by the way, awakened my mind and asked me when I was doing this story that Ronaldo really left without permission from the club. And the club came in and we said they really left with permission from the club. Now Ten Hag, the manager, has come out and said they left without permission. That is unacceptable. It's not supposed to be done at United. We should do everything as a team. Someone wakened up my mind in here for you and asked me in one video that I did when I was talking about this. He told me why were those players not mentioned. He told me which other players. It was only Ronaldo. Obviously, if there were other players, they would have been mentioned. But these players have not been mentioned. They've not been mentioned, guys. It really relates back to Cristiano Ronaldo. People have been calling him a professional. That is so much professional, but I'm now questioning his professionalism. missing out on three weeks, close to a month of preseason of Manchester United. Is that professionalism? Then people are saying that, all right, he's having a family member who is ill, he's battling some family problems in the for you family issues. We said, all right, that's okay. Now, again, he comes in here and leaves at 45 minutes after the game, and he really leaves when his other players are playing the 45 minutes. So, where does that leave Ronaldo? I think this time around, Ten Hag is knowing which kind of player wants to keep at Manchester United. And I think with time, as I told you, that this is a game being played by the team of Ronaldo and Manchester United. I really tell you this. I'm telling you this. Everything that Ten Hag is saying in the media about Ronaldo, that he wants him at the club, he has already held plans with him, it's just media oriented. You get? Just keeping good relationship with the media and not really showing that they don't want Ronaldo in the for you. Guys, the fact is, the moment Ronaldo came out and called United ambitionless, that we lack ambition, you get? That really drew a very big line between the club and Manchester United, because you would have put up another reason. Because his reason is not that. The reason is that United is not in the Champions League. And what really pissed off the club and Ten Hag is that this man kept quiet as his agent was exploring options where he was going. You get? He kept telling the club, I want to be here. And after all that, he was really looking for another club to play in. So, the club really believes that Ronaldo went past their sleeve, where he exceeded the limits, and now the club is saying Ronaldo is going to leave. They can't come out and really say it in the news, but if you're seeing how they are playing all this, the club comes out and says, no, it's okay for the players to leave without permission. You get? Then the manager comes in through and really says, yeah, it's unacceptable. You get? The club, everyone was reporting the club said, which part of the club said, the only station that really broadcasted this was Sky Sports, but I've never saw Samuel Lucas coming in here and really saying United really allow these players to go. United said it's okay. No, it was only Sky Sports. You get? It shows you that the club is playing Ronaldo a game that he is not knowing, and obviously the club is going to win in this. To me, 100% believe that Ronaldo should leave. Him going out in the media and say that we are ambitionless, I really believe it's beyond an excuse. It shouldn't be forgiven. You get? Unless otherwise he really comes to the club and really apologizes, and then he goes to what we call the dressing room. He apologizes to his fellow teammates, because it's not acceptable at United to do what Ronaldo is doing. You get? I've seen very many clubs falling out. I've seen very many players falling out of clubs, but they've never gone to the media and they said these clubs are lacking ambition. That's it. Tell them which player did. Each player who really wants to go to another team says, all right, I no longer want to be here. You get? Even those that submit transfer requests, they say, I don't want to be here. I want to go to the other club. You get? Even those players that really strike, they don't really come out and say, you are lacking ambition. No. He says, I love this club, but I think my career will blossom so much far when I go to the other club. That's it. But Ronaldo has found himself in a hard place and a rock. Do you know what? He's in a hard place and a rock, being no club now wants him. United looks to be like the only club that is really wanting him, that really can keep him on his wages that he wants to earn, the ridiculous wages. And thirdly, teams like Sporting Lisbon, where he's going, are subjected to a playoff. You get? Even if he goes there right now, he's not 100% sure that he's really going to go in there for you. And now Ronaldo is loitering around to see which teams are really going to be in the Champions League that can take him. The big ones don't want to take him. Napoli wants to take him. And no club wants to sign Cristiano Ronaldo on a sign-on fee from Manchester United. Most of them want to sign him on a free. That's why rumors were buzzing around Old Trafford, I think, at the beginning of this week, that Ronaldo and United might find termination of the contract very viable, such that he parts ways. And to me, I believe it's better, because if you're talking of £15 million from Ronaldo, yet if he stays, you're going to pay him close to 30 million pounds a year, because Ronaldo has loads. It can even amount to 50 million pounds. Ronaldo has a clause that each and every season I stay here, when I score 20 goals, every goal I score, every one goal I score on the 20 plus on the 20, every one goal I score against or again, you have to pay me 200,000 pounds. Can you imagine? In this era of Erik ten Hag, Ronaldo, I think, will hit 20 goals before even the end of January. I'm 100% sure. Meaning that we'll be left with close to 20 games to play for Manchester United. So United can go in and really pay in lots of money. And look at that. That really keeps him in a selfish mode at the club, that he wants to go in and score goals because he is all about money. Obviously, he is all about money, and that's why he wants to go out of Manchester United, and he's so selfish. So if a Manchester United are really terminate the contract of Ronaldo and really let him go, you let him go because he's only going to cause chaos in this dressing room. That's it. Erik ten Hag, being a disciplinarian, cannot really front Ronaldo again in his starting 11. You get? He needs to serve a punishment. You know that very well. Alejandro Garnacho, who had impressed Erik ten Hag a lot and was part of the first team. You know that very well. But guess what happened in Bangkok and Australia? He never played in none of those games. He never played in the game of Liverpool. He never played in the game of Melbourne, Crystal Palace, and Aston Villa. In those 4 games, he never played in any of those. And guess what? In the game of Atletico Madrid, he never played in 5 games, and he was only given a game at Old Trafford. And when you saw him play, it really reflected to me that he is ready to play in the first team. Obviously, he's ready. And I really rewinded my mind back to that tweet that came out through that there is a first team, there's a player who was going to be part of the first team of Manchester United, but he really arrived late on training, and the manager really told him, you are not going to play the rest of the games. And that's it. A 5-game punishment was given to him, and he never played. So I don't know what punishment Erik ten Hag is going to give to these players that really left. I don't know which punishment he's going to give them. But obviously, Ronaldo, unfit, and I don't expect him to be on bench against Brighton. You get? And Erik ten Hag will test him again because he has to be around to watch that game. So, will he leave again? We are waiting to see what is going to happen into this game of football here. But that shows you that this guy really is frustrated, and he's facing a manager, Erik ten Hag, who is a no-nonsense manager. Even if you're Ronaldo, even if you are who, he knows that what comes first is the team. You might be having your own ambitions as a player, but what comes first always is the team of Manchester United in here onto the United Matters channel. So Erik ten Hag says it's unacceptable. We expect a punishment to really come in through in there for you, and Erik ten Hag is going to punish Ronaldo, according to me. A punishment is coming through from Erik ten Hag because he doesn't believe in players who act like him, and he really believes that a player like Ronaldo should be an example to the rest of the team in the for you. Having been a professional, and he knows the team ethics, and he knows what team means in the for you, but he is not really going the way Ten Hag really wants. Now, today, Samuel Lucas has told us that centre backs Eric Bayfield Jones and Akizo Twanzebe are viable this summer. Obviously, they are viable in the for you, and we've been knowing that for so long. But this is the reason as to why I brought in this story, that Erik ten Hag, that Eric Bay really thought that he was going to convince the manager, but obviously he couldn't convince him in the for you. And this story comes in from a man who goes by names of Rob Dawson, a United correspondent for ESPN in there for you. That means this is coming from the club. They are telling us that Eric Bay was hopeful of impressing Erik ten Hag at the beginning of the summer, but is now resigned to move if he wants to play regular first team football in the for you. Obviously, we've all come in here and really expected some changes in the for you. I've come out and really said that the only way Eric Bay will be kept on the club by Ten Hag is because we're having 2 central defenders who are injury prone, because Lisandro Martinez, you don't expect him to play an entire season. Obviously, he'll be injured. Then even Rafael Varane, those two, meaning that A fifth defender might be needed, but it looks like Erik ten Hag is saying, I need 4 central defenders. I don't need to cause chaos like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer caused in here for you when he promised every player that I'm going to give you first team football. Even Phil Jones was promised that, stay, you're going to get first team football. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? A player who has been here for years and played only 1 game in 3 seasons, and you tell him that you are going to play first team football? That was poor man management. And remember, Solskjaer was being hailed that he's a very good man manager. Obviously, really battled it at the last, and he was sacked. And the reason why he was sacked, it was because of the chaos in the dressing room. He had told every player that I'm going to play Anton Martial. You get? Anton Martial was meant to leave United, but he said, all right, if I'm here with Edson Cavani to lead the line, we'll share that role. The manager told him, all right, you are going to play. Then Ronaldo comes in through. He tells him, please, you're going to play. Then look at players like Jesse Lingard. They're going away to teams like Fulham, and Fulham was willing to pay. Obviously, he said to them, you're really going to play. You're going to get regular playing time. Guess what? No regular first team football was given to them, and they really fired back, and that really broke the dressing room of Manchester United, hence the sacking of a man who goes by the names of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This is something that Erik ten Hag doesn't want to see at Manchester United. That's why you see to it that he really put out Dean Henderson on loan, and you saw what Dean Henderson really said. He was so much bitter at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that's it, because he wanted a move away on loan from Manchester United, and it was denied. Then secondly, Erik ten Hag wants other players to leave. You see, Dean Henderson has left, Telles is leaving, Eric Bay is leaving, Tuanzebe is leaving. He doesn't want to cause commotion in the dressing room. That's why these players are being told that fine, teams are really wanting to take you. It says that Eric Bay is going to be one of the highly expensive players sold at £15 million from Manchester United. Fulham in need of this lad. Sevilla and Villarreal in need of this guy. In Italy, there is Napoli in need of this guy. AC Milan are really watching the situation. So it shows you that for him, he's going to leave. And I know in the next 2-3 days, he might be the next player to depart Manchester United in the for you. Alex Telles living on loan for Sevilla. I really did it in the previous video, but I'm not really convinced with them really taking him on loan without an option to buy. That has really pissed me off. I really thought that he would have sold off because there is no future for him. Let's create some space for Alvaro Fernandez if at all really gets a very exciting season at a side which goes by the names of Preston North End, coming from the academy, and he is out there to really go ahead and prove himself. He played 18 minutes in his debut at Preston North End at the weekend. So why not really create more space for these players? Let's not create commotion again into the preseason United is playing. We should be having a 22-man full fit squad plus those players coming in from the academy. So that's what I really like about Erik ten Hag. He has told these players to find their space. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is one who is not even in the match squad of United, not even posted in the pics of United when they're training. Obviously, the manager is fed up and tells him, you can't fit in my system. That's why he even prefers to be having a layered other than Aaron Wan-Bissaka in his team. So that's what Erik ten Hag is all about. So he doesn't want to cause commotion. And he said, if at all you want out, then you should be leaving a club which goes by the names of Manchester United in here onto the United Matters channel. So guys, as things stand, it looks like United are really wanting money from the following players, and Eric Bay and Tuanzebe were talked about first. Samuel Lucas, the Manchester United correspondent for the Manchester Evening News, has told us that United are willing to set fullbacks Brandon Williams and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. You get, their United are willing to sell fullbacks. Yeah, we are willing to sell fullbacks Brandon Williams and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Obviously, they have no space into the Erik ten Hag team, and guess what? They are really going to be sold anytime from now in the for you. And Rob Dawson had this to say about this also, about these players that Erik ten Hag no longer wants at Manchester United because he believes that they are not going to fit in his philosophy. As the Tuanzebe, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Phil Jones and Brandon Williams are available for summer, either permanent or loans with an obligation to sign on permanent deal if suitable offers are received in the for you. To me, I really believe that we don't need even suitable offers. It's time to accept that we really made a very big mistake to sign Aaron Wan-Bissaka at £50 million. Send him away. You get, If they get you 20 million pounds, get it. If they get you like 5 million pounds from Phil Jones, all three, take it. Axel Twanzebe, if they get you 10, take it. So if at all we get Brandon Williams get you 15, take it. So if at all we get like 50 million pounds from these players, if you get 50 million pounds from how many players? Axel Twanzebe, Bissaka, Phil Jones, and Brandon Williams. 4 players. That's not bad money. 20 Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 15 Brandon Williams. That is 35. If you get in 5 from Phil Jones, that is 40. And Twanzebe 10, that is 50, plus the 15 of Eric Bay, that is close to 65 million pounds. That is worth a sell. You get? Let us sell off these players and let's clear our squad. It's bloated. It's bloated, guys. It's bloated. I can't really see ourselves really going into a season and having players come here and complain. Let these players go out. Let us sell them, not even loan them. Let us sell these players because we no longer need them here, and there is no need. That's why we continue paying them huge salaries. If the player doesn't want to really take a pay cut, according to where he's living, I think it's better we reduce on the selling fee, such that we can create space for him to be paid that money at the club where he's going. So I 100% believe that we should need this. And Erik ten Hag, thank you for really going in through. But tell me what you think about Erik ten Hag going to punish Ronaldo and other players that really left in there for you, and Bailey for sale, plus Aaron Wan-Bissaka and very many others in there for you. But the most important bit of that story was that Eric Bay thought that it was going to impress the manager, but finally it has fallen through and it is not going the way he's expected it through, and he is wanting a move now away from Manchester United. I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Today, this is our second story. I think 2 more coming. Keep it United Matters channel. Guys, I sign out for now. See you later, but endeavor, guys, to subscribe to this channel. We want to hit 10,000 subscribers onto this channel. Bye-bye.